So to all the Squid Game fans out there, you're in luck because Netflix has officially announced Season 2 coming to Netflix sometime next year. They're starting production soon. But giving you Season 2 just wasn't enough to stoke your fears of dying in a battle royale type of game show, because Netflix has announced that not only is Season 2 coming, but they are starting their very own real-life Squid Game reality show where you can risk your life to win $4.56 million. Obviously, you're not actually risking your life. It's probably going to be a contained set. Something like a combination of a show like Wipeout and Fear Factor, where you are going to test the limits of what you're willing to do. So yeah, Squid Game is officially going to be real, and this is the announcement that was made. It's going to become the biggest reality series ever, with our biggest prize, 456 players for $4.56 million, so about $100,000 per player in this prize pool, where you're going to basically be doing a lot of the games that they do in the TV show. Oh yeah, so if you want to be a part of this show, if you want to be a contestant, you can go to squidgamecasting.com to become a contestant on the show. This is a Hollywood Reporter article. While the stakes won't be life or death, presumably, Squid Game The Challenge will have 456 players competing in a series of games for the chance to win $4.56 million. Netflix claims the payout is the largest lump sum cash prize in TV history, but Fox X Factor has given out recording contracts worth $5 million. And that the show likewise also sports the largest competition series cast ever assembled. So I'm actually super stoked on this. I'll probably watch this because I love the idea of like a winner take all. I was a poker player before I ever got into journalism, and so I always loved the idea of like a winner take all sort of tournament where you battle, you grind it out, but even no matter how hard you play, even if you finish in second, you're still walking away with nothing. So I love this idea. I'm all in, but I just can't imagine ever wanting to participate in this. I mean, I just feel like the stress would be too much for me. I don't think I'd be able to handle it. But if there is any sort of overlap where fans of the actual TV show really want to watch this game show, well, they're going to go over and they're going to watch Squid Game The Challenge. And then there are going to be a bunch of game show fans that are going to be new subscribers that join Netflix, who is struggling right now. It makes sense to me that Netflix would release this at this time because they are losing subscribers at an alarming rate, and they need another big hit. I think the problem with Netflix is that the original content hasn't been worthy of the subscription fee, so you want to attract new fans somehow, new subscribers, and a game show does seem like a good way to do it because it's something that we all kind of universally enjoy. We all grew up watching game shows. So it makes a lot of sense. Even if you're not a Squid Game fan, it draws your attention to Netflix to watch the game show and maybe inevitably get into the show itself. Continuing on the article, the announcement comes on the heels of Netflix officially renewing Squid Game for a second season. The South Korean survival drama's debut season was released in September, holds the record as Netflix's most popular series of all time, racking up more than 1.65 billion hours of views in its first 28 days. Recently released Stranger Things Season 4 is ranked as the second most watched. But get this is crazy, and some of you are going to think nothing of this, and some of you are going to think this is kind of weird on Netflix's part, but they're seeking contestants from around the world, but they must speak English, even though it is a Korean-speaking television show. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I watch it, I put it on subtitles. I don't enjoy the overdubbing. It's not something that it takes me out of the experience. I want to just see it as it's originally intended so that I can get that full experience. Yeah, I have to read, but I don't know. I get used to it. It doesn't bother me. I understand some people would prefer the overdubbing, but for me personally, I just like to see the actors' performances as it was originally intended out of respect for them and the hard work that they do. This article is saying that it's a pragmatic rule because everybody needs to be able to understand what the rules are, which makes sense. So you just have one universal language, which generally speaking is English. Players are allowed to speak other languages so long as they can also speak and understand English. The production will be especially tricky as producers won't know who's going to survive in advance. and therefore must get sufficient coverage of all 456 contestants in the early stages of the game in order to craft an edit that follows the show's protagonists all the way through. Yeah, so that makes total sense. And what I think this is cool, why this is cool, is that we're going to see like other obstacle courses that weren't part of the show. They're going to have to create new ones so that people can't prepare or be too well versed in the obstacle courses that have already been in Squid Game. I'm sure that we're going to see some from the show, but also we're going to see new ones that are exclusively for this game show. Okay, so I guess it's not clear how the money's going to be distributed. See, I want it to be winner take all. That's why Squid Game is a great show, is because there's not participation trophies. It's like you either win it all or you're dead. And I kind of love that idea for the game show. I don't think that, I just think that like it's like Survivor. You make it all the way through. It's a huge accomplishment for the person who wins. There shouldn't be a second or third place prize. That would just defeat the purpose of what the show is all about. Like competitions like the World Series of Poker. Okay, now you're speaking my language, where I was a semi-professional poker player before I became a reporter for TMZ. So I know all about it. And let me tell you, poker players do love, the second and third place payouts. But if you give them an opportunity where it's a winner-take-all situation, people with the gambling bug just can't resist it. It's just, the adrenaline is just too pure if you actually win. It's worth risking winning actual money just to experience the high of winner-take-all. It's when you get to heads up and it's just down to you and one other guy and you're not sure who's going to win. You know that if you lose, you get nothing, and like 5 days of poker is just gone out the window. That's the most exhilarating feeling in competitive gambling. So yeah, what do you think? Are you going to watch this game show? Are you interested? Did you like Squid Game Season 1? Are you excited for Season 2? Me personally, I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Battle Royale is one of my all-time favorite movies. If you haven't seen it, it's a Japanese movie about people surviving, almost like a Hunger Games type of situation where they have to basically kill each other just to stay alive, and then it's winner take all. The person who survives is the one who gets to leave. Essentially the same concept of Squid Game. Go see Battle Royale. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about Squid Game, the challenge. Are you going to participate? Are you going to go and see if you can risk your life for winning over $4 million? I would love the money, but you won't catch me on that show. That is not a question that I need answered. So yeah, also, are you a fan of Netflix's content? Because this to me feels like a play to recoup some of the lost subscribers that Netflix has had over the past year, and just bad press and overall some bad content, with the exception of Stranger Things, shows like Love is Blind, and now Squid Game. Netflix has had plenty of misses, and it just seems like they're recycling a lot of disposable content that isn't really connecting with mainstream audiences. And to me, that's why they're losing subscribers. And also because they stopped allowing people to use like their parents' password. It's, that's why you have family accounts. That's what this is for. I was still using a password from a friend of mine that I haven't spoken to in 6 years. Like, not cool, Netflix. But yeah, let me know what you think. Are you going to watch? Are you going to create a new account to watch this? I'm putting my tinfoil hat on, and I'm saying that this is all just a way to recoup all their lost subscribers that they've had over the last year. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.